Alrighty, here we are. I don't know how good the volume is today. Let me know how it is, because I had to change up my stream setup a little bit. Yeah, so today we are going to be doing a lot of editing. I've got a baby monitor on my right, by the way, so we also have a new Be Right Back screens that have timers on them. So, Be Right Back 1, and Be Right Back 2, which is baby. Anyway, so if I need to go away, I'll set up a timer so that my viewers can know kind of how long I've been away. 30 minutes to 40 minutes is where you'll probably be like, yeah, I don't think he's coming back. FYI, in order to feed a baby, you gotta wake him up first, you gotta warm up the milk, and then you gotta basically try to get them to drink in the breast milk or formula, whatever. Can take sometimes between 15-20 minutes, sometimes even half an hour. It's not crazy, but this stream will probably go as long as I'm awake. Sleep has been very different lately. But before we even begin, I want to show that. So yesterday, I showed this. I showed Cool Boy as a sample. Now, for everyone who's here right now, and for people who are rewatching the stream later, I can toggle the sample off and on for you to see exactly everything. Honestly, you can't tell me this doesn't look cool. This does not, like... The fact that I can clean these up now without really caring about, like, text and whatnot really is nice. I'm not using AI, by the way. I'm doing hand everything. It's crazy. Anyway, I'll do the same thing with the Digimon GX for you all too, just so that you can see it. And if I have to restart the software, I don't know why. It has memory issues sometimes, which means that it, like, starts bogging down. Like, look at that. Look at that. All right, back to sample. It's not like, you know, perfect quality, but it looks really cool. And I think that, you know, Bandai really should bring out these arts, because I'm honestly a huge fan. You'll find this actually kind of funny. I'll actually open up one of those files too for you real quick. So under my thumbnail photos for 2.5, I thought these were really funny. So in regards to how I did my other thumbnails, for example, like this Alphamon one here, like it was a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. The biggest issue I had with a lot of these is that, oh wait, I need the PSP version of this. 1 second. Chronicle. Okay, so this is what you see on the thumbnail. This is what you're kind of like, oh, like DIGI-PANDA just like didn't do anything. I'm gonna tell you right now what you see versus what I actually did. So this is the original card with the sample text on it. I marked out all the sample as much as I could muster, and then I used the image. And yeah, if you're looking at this now, it is basically just layers on layers on layers. So that's how I do all my thumbnails. I don't know how other content creators do that. It's just something that I'm really enjoying of the art. So because we actually have new card art now, we're going to do Alphamon or Yukin today. It's going to be a pain because I'm basically like redoing it from scratch. So let me go ahead and go to that BT20 Alphamon or Yukin. And what I like to do is on this website here, you're gonna see this website here, DigimonCardGameFandom.com. You can see that there's a little thing called gallery here. I recommend this to all content creators, or if you're looking for like nicer arts without sample, you can usually come down here and find the alt arts. Do I want to clean up this one? Yes, but not today. So we're gonna do this one. We're going to do Alphamon or Yukin, the 1-star alt. I'm going to copy that image over, and then once I've nabbed it, I just bring it over here. And from that point on now, this is where we're going to start a lot of black magic. Roshi, welcome to the stream. Rivalry, welcome to the stream. Juggernaut, welcome to the stream. Evil B300, also thank you for joining the stream as well. These alts are being used in general for my thumbnails. I love using high quality images for thumbnails instead of just slapping something on as a card or like blowing it up. So this is where we start. Playmats, they have been shipped. I don't know when they will arrive. It could be a little bit of time. Let's see. Trip767, love the Digimon thumbnail one. Great thumbnails. I really love doing thumbnails. Like, they're really fun. First thing I like to do is I like huge credits to the artist for all these, by the way. But the first thing I'll always do is I'll do the corners first. What I like to use, I use smudge. I smudge everything. Everything that I do on my stuff is smudging. But the first thing that I want to say that is really beneficial is I'll just resize the image. I'll basically triple its... I don't know if resolution is the right word, but like it was grainy when I zoomed in on it earlier. Now it's really smooth. So now because it's really smooth, I can really use all the colors. There's not as much, I guess, color gradients to deal with here. So like we'll start in this corner as an example. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna slowly, I need to shift the size of this too up. Oh, you're good. Juggernaut, if give it a sec. Yeah, for anyone getting ads, I don't really control that, so for me, I apologize. It's more so a, and you can do this too. Like, if you want to do your own thumbnails and, like, create your own images and stuff, I think this is my quote-unquote secret to doing it. I think it's a lot easier than, you know, I don't trust AI, number one, and I don't like using AI. There are tools that you know AI can be good for, but in this specific situation I don't want to deal with that. Any specific goals for all the serial chase cards? I don't know if goals is even the right word at this point. Mushroom ring, like there's only 300 of them, and initial people already like, I want 600 for it, and I'm like, bro, calm down. These aren't even like meta playable, and like, yeah, there's a few people who like want to like bling out their decks, but at the same time it's kind of a like, bro, are you serious? Like, I can't do that. What is your favorite card in terms of art for 2.5? The Omni is the challenge here. I'm working my way up to it right now because after Jessamon I was kind of like, oh my god, that was way more than I expected it to like take a toll out of me for. So yeah, not really wanting to attack that one immediately. I might need to adjust it. So you'll notice that what smudging does is it basically like takes surrounding pixels and kind of just mashes them together. I basically go back and forth to try to like blend it as much as possible, and then from there it kind of creates that seamless effect. So I have to shrink it sometimes just so that I can like get into the small little nooks and crannies like right here, because there's just a perfect transition of like light and dark right there, and I don't want to lose it, so I have to be careful with it. And then I need to make sure that that is smoothed out too. So then from there we get that. But yeah, the Omnimon is basically what I'm working up to right now, because I am an Omnimon stan from the beginning. And yeah. And you're going to see me jump around a lot. I do that a lot with these kinds of art things. Chris Estrada, hello. Homies, I've been buying box sets for fun if I decide to go to an event in Seattle this weekend. Any starter decks I can get? RQ to start actually learning how to play. So we've got a few starter decks that are actually really good for players. I would say that your best bet is either going to be the Beelzemon starter deck. There's only really a few cards that you need to upgrade it right now, with even Special Booster 2.5 on the horizon. You also have the Rapidmon starter deck. Ooh, we don't want 115. 8, we want 15. The Rapidmon starter deck is another one I would recommend to players just because it's so budget friendly for the most part, minus the Rapidmon X's. You can also play the Mega Gargomon variant, and there is a bunch of support for the Gargomon Terriermon line in Special Booster 2.5. So those are my current recommendations. Okay, so we're looking at a giant rock. So you can see here that I'm just basically following the gradients and then smudging them all in with each other. Notice how there's like a darker pattern right here. You can get away with that sometimes and just leave it. Sometimes I'll leave it just to give it a little bit of a texture kind of looking deal. Another card I was working on, I guess I'll pull this up too while I'm at it. It was over here. We want references. So I finished an Alphamon earlier because I'm looking at making an Alphamon deck. Haven't decided which one yet, but man, look at how this just jumps out. Look at his foot, like just stepping on text. Look how his armor plate is just above the play cost and everything, the G-Evolution cost. And of course I cleaned everything else out DP-wise. So this is where I love the art in the card game. I want Bandai to give it to me. And the reason why this is also very useful for me in particular is I work with a lot of other content creators as well, fellow content creator Curiosity, who does the Liberator reads with me as Violet in Boots. I actually shot her over this little number as well for an upcoming future deck profile. So this is something that she gets to use for one of her future thumbnails because I basically cropped out everything, cleaned up the image already. Now I don't have really like this stuff here, but when you're not using the entirety of the character model itself, it's fine. Like if you're just trying to stay above like hip, waist, it's really easy. So we'll go ahead and close those out just to not bog down the system. Let's see, what do we got here? We got, yeah, the thing is, I played RuneScape, so knowing how to do insane things with RuneScape is kind of like where my bread and butter was, if you want to think about it that way. This will be an interesting thing to kind of talk about because this is something I learned recently. If you have a dark part here, you can basically pull it up here and you're going to be like, but DIGI-PANDA, you just ruined it. And it's like, kind of, because I'm creating a line right now to match with this line up here. I'm also going to try to like smooth out the line here as well, because ultimately what I want to do is, and you'll notice that you've also got these like shadows here. Ultimately what you want to do is you want to bring a little bit of the black over so it overlaps here. So then when you pull it back over, it basically creates that line for you. So now what I'm going to do, and I can show it in a better way now, we're going to cross through this black space here. We're going to shadow all that out. Man, you're going to hear me say shadow a lot. So if you're turning this into a drinking game, I do not recommend it. But if you want to, go for it. It's Friday. I'm lacking on sleep right now. I technically will have the quote unquote night shift until the wife goes to bed, and then we'll go from there. But this is what I spend a lot of my time doing when it comes to content, because I feel like when it comes to content, and this is why I also asked that question last week, what draws you to a video when you click on it? Is it the thumbnail? Is it the topic? Is it the title? And overall, like, I find that when the thumbnail is really done well, it creates a lot more interest than if the thumbnail were to be like, you know, a generic, hey, we're going to take this image from Google, we're going to slap it on a background, and voila. You know what I'm saying? I taught my sister how to play Beelzemon. I did notice when she was learning, she wasn't used to drawing for Evo. It is something that you do have to learn and really remember to do. The big thing about Beelzemon is that it has a lot of effects where you would draw, and even though you're adding cards to your hand, ultimately what you can do is you have tamers like I and Mako to put cards from your hand back on top, which means you're technically not adding cards to hand anymore. You're just kind of seeing what you have and then adding stuff back on top. And then this is where, this is also why I need a new mouse a lot of times. So while the color gradient isn't quite right, you'll see right now that I'm getting to that point where I need to like straighten this out. And then we're going to switch to a different higher gradient. And then just gently click, kind of massage that so it's like, okay. And then when you zoom out, there you go. You've removed the 1 from 16,000. So now we're just going to keep doing that for everything on the drawing. And yes, you can use AI to do it. I just don't trust AI to actually know what the Digimon looks like, because if you looked at the Jesmon GX earlier, you'll see that there's a lot of stuff going on that front right leg, and I mean, I guess it's easier to show than not, so let me go ahead and go back to it. So there's a lot of text right here in this area. There's a lot of details here that I was literally scrolling through wikimon.net to look at reference drawings of Jesmon GX. I was looking at other card arts to figure out, like, hey, like, what the heck does his leg look like? And this is ultimately like how everything came out to be. So again, if you're on the stream right now checking this out, I'm going to zoom in just a smidge so you guys can get without the text if you want to. I'm just going to go ahead and show this here. We're going to center this for you, and then you can see here, like, look at all this detail that I added back in that wasn't part of the original card art. True, it's not 100% accurate, and I'm not the artist who drew it. But at the same time, this is a lot of restoration work here. So with that in mind, that's pretty much all I wanted to, like, gander on about. Let's see here. Juggernaut, how many boxes are you going to get, and how much for me is one? Wait, what? What? How much for me is 110? What? And of course, like, I know people aren't necessarily going to be interested in this type of content. Frankly, if you are, I'd be actually a little bit surprised. But at the same time, like, if you just want to chill and chat, that's the entire purpose of this stream. You're just here to chill, here to chat, nothing crazy, you know? It's been a long weekend for some people. Others, not long enough. And then we need to reduce this down to 20. Do you think the new starter decks will have an ace level 6? I don't think so. I really think, like, the whole, like, mechanism for, like, War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, I don't think they'll be aces. I do think they'll be triple colored, is my guess. I really think that they're gonna keep going on with the bandwagon on triple coloring everything. If you're a protagonist Digimon, you are going to be mandatory triple color. Like I don't see any other way that they were not going to do that moving forward for a lot of Digimon, because I feel like at this point, two color is becoming the staple for a lot of ace Digimon, as seen by the fact that the newest revealed Puppetmon is a dual colored ace Digimon, I believe. And you know what? If they want to do that, then it's a thing, you know? Yep. So normally when I'm doing this when I'm not streaming, it is dead silent. Like there's nothing. There's you just hear clicks like happening in the loft area that I'm like doing this from. This is where I just, you know, this is my way to relax and chill for the night. I don't Oh, I'm getting 3 cases. And this will probably be the last time that I get 3 cases, unless like I start making a lot more money doing content. Because, frankly, you know, when I did content, it wasn't really to like earn money or anything like that. It was really to like get involved with the community more. And I feel like I've done that a lot. I just didn't want to, you know, create issues, if that makes sense. Oh, 110 was how much it cost for you to get it at your store. I got you. I got you now. Now we're gonna do this. We're gonna pull this down. I don't like normally doing this, but I need more black color here. Otherwise, it's just gonna be really funky. All right. And that's where text can be helpful sometimes, where you're like, oh, I need more black. You can draw the line in yourself, or you can blend in like using the letters yourself to really get that line straight that you were initially trying to get. Notice how there wasn't any white up here though, so I need to start transitioning quicker. Also, the new starters by area are by trait, not by color, so it would help players understand the Man, that's the other thing that I'm kind of like iffy about. They just revealed the new Biomon, and I was kind of like, really? Like, you don't search for a bird or an or avian. You literally just go straight into the new adventure trait. Man, feels bad for like the old support cards that were like, but what about me? Alright, let's see what this is. Okay, so I need to get his plate here. Let's see. But yeah, you guys are free to really ask me anything. This is one of those, like, I just wanted to chill. Wanted to, like, not really, like... The protagonist power video I was gonna do, I started working on it, and then I just got tired, and then it got busy, and then, like, I was kind of like, man, I had plans for everything, and now those plans are kind of just a wash. Dang it. But yeah, protagonist power would have basically focused on how much a Digimon is represented in the card game. And does its representation affect, you know, how many times it gets printed? Is it too powerful? Is it too... what's the phrase I want to go here with? You can also kind of see why, like, I blew up the image, because I wanted to be able to, if I shrink the image later on, I can hide these imperfections and blemishes. Matcha Den, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. I don't really know what was happening here. Like, I saw orange and I was like, God dang it. So this is where, as a editor, I'm just making a best guess of like what is happening behind these letters. I have no idea, if I'm going to be honest with you. Triple color Black War Greymon would be nice. Oh god. Oh god. I don't think they'll do it. If they could, I would want triple color Black War Greymon to be like, this is a little funky, but hear me out. I think that they feasibly could do, say, purple, black, and I think that's basically... Oh, and red. Yeah. Purple, black, and red. And now this is the part where I'm going back and forth trying to like smooth this out, and sometimes we're going to control Z the crap out of it a bunch, because like I can't get the colors to like work out the way I want it to, like right now. And obviously, like I said, you could use AI for this. I'm not going to. I just have a real bad thing against AI. It's one of those, like, I get it if you're in it for like trying to get things done quickly, but there's doing it quickly, and then there's also doing it with a moral compass, if that makes sense. Don't even. Kevin, no. Also, Kevin, thank you so much for subscribing. I apologize. I didn't think I said anything when you subbed. I really appreciate it. I think that's where the transition's going to happen. I think the transition's right here. I'm not a fan of this one particularly, but I don't think I got a choice right now. Kevin, I think having a drawing pen pad would definitely make this it would. You'll find this odd, but like I've actually drawn with a mouse all my life. I've always been a mouse drawer. I'm not terrible at it, but I'm also not like crazy with it either. Like if you asked me to draw something right now with a mouse, I could do it. Like anything, I could probably do it. Like no issues. That's how confident I am right now. But yeah, I've never drawn with a stylus. I tried once and I did not like it. It was weird. It's kind of like for me, like with pool, I shoot left-handed even though I'm right-handed. So yeah, you can see that. So yeah, we still got a little bit of white here to fix, but it's not too hard. AI is a good diagnosis, like looking at X-ray or MRI. Yeah, I think so. Just don't use it for like insurance coverage. That usually ends up deadly. Yeah. Then again, there's a lot happening right now, so. Back to 20. Okay, I think we can just go straight down on this. And we can go... Like I said, I'm not an artist. I'm just literally trying to what's the phrase I'm going for here? I'm trying to basically follow the gradients that are already pre-drawn by each artist. In this case, I think Spare Ribs was the artist for this one, and then try to complete the art again. All right, we're almost done with this upper right-hand corner area, so that's actually not bad. Because then we have to get to like the real, like, the boss monster, which is at the bottom of this. Whoops. I think it was fine before. Want to widen that handle a little bit because it's looking mighty thin. Digimon needs a mobile game like Pokemon Pocket and Dragon Ball Fusion World Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, there's a lot about Digimon where I'm like, man, you guys missed a golden opportunity here. Like, when they first came out with Pokemon Go, I was very much in the line of like, bro, how did Pokemon come out with like a game that basically says, hey, we're gonna do Biomerge with our game? And I'm like, but Biomerge is Digimon. Like the fact that they're like, oh, let's create Pokemon Go so it'll get people to go outside. And I'm like, God dang it, whoever controls Digimon should have made this so long ago, because then you would have had like this like app that basically said, hey, you're in proximity of this Digimon, whatever, and then you can like, it biomerges, you fight it, you get experience, whatever, right? And then it's like, no, you didn't even do that. Like, you were just like, nah, we don't care, we'll just leave it. And I'm like, oh, missed opportunity. Like, if they made like a Digimon Go kind of game, would you have played it? But yeah. When the digital monsters don't have an app, right? Like, come on. Did I mess this up? Yeah, if we did, we did. It's fine. Yeah, we need to smudge this out a little bit more. So we'll need to adjust to a 35 point. Let's see, I've only gotten into Digimon within the past year, so phrasing that question in past tense depends on when. It's true. It's very true. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, come on, we're waiting. Do something, please. Pretty please? Like, yeah, I really want something. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. Digimon isn't like your golden goose. It's more like the I don't even know at this point. Like, what would you consider Digimon for Bandai's like IP cards? Is it just here at this point to like as a secondary, like, hey, we're here, but like we're not gonna like go actively out of our way to like, you know, we're not gonna try to make it as amazing as possible, or like is that the I don't know. Digimon Go type of game, but V-Pets and Vital. Dude, that would have been like perfect, but no, like they didn't even want to try that. Okay, so yeah, this corner is basically done at this point. So you can see how much work I've done in the last 35 minutes of this stream. And if, like I said, if this isn't your cup of tea, like I'm not here to force you to watch me do this. I'm just letting you know this is what I do in like my spare time whenever, you know, I'm like in the middle of like, you know, I'm not really creating content today. I just want to chill. This is my version of chill. Well, and family, of course. But with the kid as of late, it's been very much more of a like, you know, I just want to do something that makes me happy. Also, sorry, Spare Ribs, I'm erasing your name right now, but I need to clean up this art. One of my friends got the serial card Metal Gear. Nice. I think we chatted about that. There's a few people who've already pinged me about it, and I'm just like, how much you asking? And they're like, I want $600. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really do that right now. Like, I know you want that, but I can't even offer that. So, like, congrats to you, but if you're gonna come down on it, then we can talk. But for the time being, I can't do that, so Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be a no for me. When you had time, did you go to locals? What deck did you last use when you went? I didn't really go to locals even when COVID was a thing. I mainly was more so when I went to locals, it was to mainly sell cards because I don't have really the time, honestly, to play 3-4 rounds. I also have probably ADHD brain when it comes to playing because, you know, in a competitive setting, I started always getting headaches in like Ultimate Cups, regionals after like round like 3, maybe 5, because I can't play the same deck like for longer than X number of rounds. I get bored. Like I love playing, but like I can't do it when it's like the same deck over and over again. Whether you're like playing like, I still also feel bad for my opponent when this is the last time I played competitively. It was September of oh god, what was it? It was September of 20, I want to say 21. This would have been right after BT6. It was an Ultimate Cup. And I might have beaten my round 3 opponent, and I just dipped after round 3, even though like I literally screwed that guy's win-loss record like to hell in that last event for him. That was rude of me, and I sincerely apologize on so many levels. But like it was also funny because that was the day of my wife and I's anniversary, so ultimately it was one of those, I'm just gonna go. And then hindsight, I should have given the win to the guy. I was also playing SecCon. That was the last time I played too, because I was playing SecCon. I was that guy. Yeah. Bad me, I know. Yeah. If this baby wakes up, I will be taking a momentary break and then put up a timer. And then if you guys are still here, cool. If not, my bad. Japan only has 2. Oh, wait, no. Japan, their chases are going for 200. How many did they have, though? Was it the same number? That's what I don't know. If they had the same number of chases, then alright, I'm gonna try to get them for much cheaper than what people are trying to get them for right now. If they are, they have 100, they have half of the numbers that we have, and people want more? Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Disappointing. Alright, does that blur enough is the question. No, it doesn't. It needs to blur a little bit more. Alright, we need to shrink this down. That's crazy that they only have 150, but like... Alright, there we go. I like that. I like that blend a little bit better. So yeah. Alright, so now we've fixed the entirety of the upper right-hand corner. This will be fun here. And then this will be the hellish part. I guess while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up a little bit of this stuff over here too. Like I said, ADHD brain. It's not great. Alright, we're going to maximize our size a little bit. That's crazy. Japan only has 150, and we have double that number, but people are already asking. The thing is, I don't know how much to trust anymore on chase cards, because sometimes you pick up chase cards and they're super cheap. And then the next set, they're like super expensive. And then you're like, bro, what? Like, what? What is like take BT15 for example. I have seen so many people post in the last week alone, like, I'm looking for Angelomon chase cards, and I'm like, what are you paying for? And they're like, I want to buy it for 85% market value, and I'm just like, that doesn't hold true, because the last time they were purchased at $400 was like 6 months ago. You can't use that standard and be like, I want to buy it at this value. I mean, you can try, but... Oh, cool. 200. I mean, that's still lower than what we have. So, ideally I want to pay like 300, 400 for a copy, each copy, if I even do that still. But I love easy parts like this. Like literally, I'm just like, just quickly, I just hope I don't have to draw black dots in. Drawing the dots in for the Jesmon one was a pain in the butt. And if I get bored enough, I'll probably switch to... I mean, I might do DCGO for a little bit. I don't know if I actually will. I don't typically do DCGO, to be honest. I just don't want to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like... Wait, missing a reason why that's here. Let's look. No, it's just red laser beams. So yeah, we'll see a little bit of a cut right here where the blade is, but after that, man, this is gonna be another cool looking one too. I like I said, I really enjoy the arts in this game. What is your guys' favorite art in the Digimon card game? Is there a specific card that you just really liked? It never like escaped you, and like it's still like one of your favorites to this day, no matter what. Even if it's a really crappy effect, you're like, I'm gonna get an alt art of that. The new SP cards look amazing with all the gold trimmings and all the fun stuff. It's getting good as some of the Bandai JP promos and secret cards. I mean, I agree. I think the chase cards for the up-and-coming set are much better done than what they've done in previous sets. I'm not gonna lie, and I might get like... what's the phrase I'm gonna go with here? I might get like pitchfork for this, but I honestly don't like the monocolor SP rares. Like, all the ones from BT17, hate it. Splashed, like, completely gold ones, also don't really like them. I personally think that if you can't really, like, see what's going on in the card, it takes it away. Now, when you give it a specialized rare, like in the case of a lot of the other cards that we're seeing, yes, I'm really happy with what they've done in the newer ones. Hawkmon? Ooh, that's a good one. I really enjoyed like a lot of the new Justmon support stuff, because it's like, okay, we've heard your cries. We're not going to give you a Sistermon that's multicolored. That'd be too broken. But we'll give you the ability to like do other stuff and create tokens. And I'm like, oh, thank God, finally. You're probably wondering. Ah, crap, baby is stirring. Kicking up her feet. I think we fed her maybe a little bit, like maybe an hour and a half ago. She could still be hungry. Yeah, da! All right, let's keep going on this side. BT9 Gaiomon never gets old. Oh, I'm really wanting them to release the support for Gaiomon that they've already like hinted at and talked about, but I don't know when they're actually going to do it is the other problem. That's the big thing where I'm kind of like, can you just stop teasing us, please, and give us the goods, please? Oops, I might have goofed on this one. Also, chat, you guys have two options. I can either A, call my wife to feed the child, or B, I go feed the child and you guys listen to music for like whatever, however long I'm gone. The other thing is I have no idea how long this type of stream is going to be, because for me, I can take upwards of about 3 hours. I think Jessmon took me 5 because there was just so much text to like repair and like get rid of stuff. I was like, yo, there's so much here. I can't not do this. Oops. Let's see. BT6 Ornismon has been my favorite art in the game. It's okay. So Ornismon is a really cool card. And honestly, there's one video I wanted to make a while back that was basically like, what do villains need to be really good? Because there's just some villains that don't feel good. Like, there's just some villains where I'm like, really? Like, this is all you do? Like, Eosmon, for example. Eosmon is one of those villains where I'm like, this is all you do? I expected more. Like, you wrecked Omnimon so hard in the movie. And even the bonds, like, it took 2 bonds to, like, deal with you. And you're kind of just dookie in the game. Like I said, we're just shifting cells. I'm actually not drawing over anything because I'm not gonna lie. I can draw, but I'm really bad with color. If you were to give me something and be like, color this, DIGI-PANDA, I'd be like, I can't do it. We need somebody else to color because my shading technique is like subpar comparatively to other like artists. That's why I like the sleeves and merch I'm drawing, bringing into my viewers. Yeah, I could draw them, but I couldn't color them. That's the sad fate. How's this look so far? All right, so we've almost cleared up everything here on the blade. You can see where the edge of the blade, I actually need to shadow this a little bit better. That should be good. I think if you're making a good villain, it should have been semi-relevant effect to counter whatever is created to pair against. I think that's also true too. Like, can you imagine if, I mean, there's no reason to like, the best counter to purple hybrid, just take their deck and throw it down some stairs. Easy. Done. Koichi, I'm just kidding. That's a terrible joke. But if you watch Digimon, you get the reference. That's why I said it. I'm actually not telling to push people down the stairs. I'm saying that that's what happened in the show. Sue me. I don't know. There are a lot of people right now who are miffed about Purple Hybrid. I'm of the opinion that it's a really strong deck. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really strong deck. But where's that restriction list, Bandai? Did the laser actually goes straighter here. Okay. But yeah, they definitely should make more counters to other decks out there. Otherwise, like, I don't know, it just feels bad. Stair option card security bomb. Absolutely disrespectful. Security bomb. Staircase. Remove all purple tamers in the game from play. Wait, what? Yeah, it's an actual card because I hate purple hybrid. I mean, personally, I don't hate purple hybrid. There's not really a lot of decks I hate in the game at this point. It's just more of a, like, if you're going to build something, at least make it so that everybody can kind of play the game. Because if not everyone can play the game, that's where it becomes a problem for me. Take, for example, you know, in the most recent sets, I feel like there have been players dropping out of more players dropping out of the game just because there's so many gatekeeping decks that you can really figure out what to play very quickly to win. But when it comes to playing for like fun, there's no real line for fun. If that makes sense. Tell me I'm making sense to you in my like exhausted brain mode. Do you mind saying the name of the software? It looks interesting. Oh, it's Paint Shop, Coral Paint Shop Pro. It's something that I've used since, oh God, I think I've used this for like, I want to say I've used this since, I think I've been on a Paint Shop Pro since like 2012, 2014. I'm old. And the method I'm doing this, by the way, is, it could be the dumbest way, but it's kind of like one of those, like, you know how like you go home and like for some people, it's very much a, okay, I'm gonna have a drink. This is my drink, if you want to think about it that way. It's my like casual, like, just gonna go home. It has been one of those days though. I was sad. So I'm on parental leave right now for work. And so I help my wife out a lot during the day. And my paycheck last week was 1.5 times what it normally was. And I was, or 2 weeks ago. My paycheck was 1.5 times what it normally is. And I was like, that's weird. That doesn't happen. Like, what? And in the end, it turns out payroll messed up. Like, bad messed up. And I was just like, oh man, how'd you guys goof this so bad? Okay, the wife has taken the baby monitor. So now I don't need to use my my stuff for a little bit. I have no idea what this even goes to be honest. Guapo! What up, man? How are you two holding up with the new baby? She is fussy when she wants to be. I think most babies are like, I'm gonna be fussy right now in the worst time. And you're like, why? Overall, it's been fine. I think we're just tired. I think that's expected though. Most people are always like, yeah, you're gonna be tired a lot. And you're like, thanks. Thanks, appreciate it. You're welcome. And you're like, cool. Okay, we need to reduce this hardness thing, because this hardness is not... I don't want to move that too harshly. I think we do this, and then we're just going to do a lot of blending to match colors, or kind of like make it look natural. Oh, we'll do this. Didn't see that, so now we're gonna just do that. Alright, Juggernaut. Can't find the price now, but for an unopened pack for the cereal is about... Wait. Oh, but their cereals are sealed though in packs. Ours aren't. I think they're actually built into the box is the other problem. So like, we have like 5 issues with ours, so like... it's hard to say. Oops, I don't want that. I want like 30. Yeah, I'm still looking for my Gallant Aces SPs. I'm kind of sad. I'm never going to find those anymore. Alright, so now we zoom out. I think there's something wrong with this, though. I need to figure out, like, what the best way to deal with this one is. Alright, well, let's just zoom out, see what it looks like. Sure. Looks like he's just breaking dimensions and stuff. I still don't understand why the other ancient Digicrust are 8 and not 6, like Ancient Garuru and Ancient Gray. The real explanation is nobody cares about the other ones. Everybody's just like, we don't care about these, so we're just gonna throw them in as like random support, but they aren't gonna be great. And you're like, why? Why even do this then? Why are you doing this? Alright, we're coming back up now. I think we need to... I think this is what I want to do. Oh, doesn't look bad. I don't like this point here though, so I'll have to smudge that back out. Yeah, I like that better. Lol, facts. Yeah, no, it really is. Like, I think the big thing right now is with Digimon, it's in very unexplored territory. It's not bad unexplored territory, mind you. It's just one of those, I don't know whether for me the direction is what I'd like it to be, but at the same time, it's Digimon. I'm gonna have fun with it still, and until I don't have fun with the game, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be a part of it as much as I can be, and when you see me stop uploading, either A, I got busy, or B, I found something else, you know? Like, honestly, I feel like when Digimon first started, I think a part of me really was kind of in the, well, number one, I didn't know if my relationship was going to last. It did, number one. So, good vibes, good vibe. Oh, always think positive, you know, about things in life, because overall, sometimes they'll happen without you really least expecting it. And I'm not saying that, like, it doesn't happen to everybody. It just takes time. Let's see. Oh, I don't really like that. That looks so weird. I think I need to, think we need to connect this over to here. So we're going to try to merge that shadow over here as part of the bubble. And then we'll just do this to cross it over, just to give that color cross an excuse. And like I said, sometimes I'm just like making up the colors to like, hopefully it matches, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just the problem with that sometimes. Like, I got this random black piece here, and I'm just gonna, you know, we're gonna cut right into it. That's a good mentality to have. Thank you, Boba Kitty. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. I know. Sometimes you never expect things to go your way, and everything just, you know, falls into place. We're gonna have to do some weird BS here. So we're going to up this to, I think about 35 should do it. I'm trying to like smush all this together color gradient wise. Trying to like delicately navigate this. And I think this is what I want. And yes, that looks blurry as all freaking hell, but it works. I am having it the hardest to enjoy Digimon. I have casual decks, I'm a working class man, and I don't have money to build good decks. So I'm going to go to locals against man with 4 medievals. That's the other problem, Rajin. Welcome to the stream. I think the big issue for me is you have so many like standard cards at this point. I don't even know if standard is the right word I want to use here. But it's more so for the fact that you have so much with generic splashability that at the same time, if you have a player who can't really like afford some of these cards, but they're like needed for the deck, then you're kind of like, okay, well, tough, like sucks to suck. So right now, I think the biggest concern for me is we have so many players who are playing, you know, Medieval Gallantmon. Shoto Cosmo was previously kind of the card that everybody was like using for their deck. Like, oh, I have room in my deck. What do I play? Shoto. Just splash it in there. It works for anything. Anything? Yeah, you can give anything blocker. And you're just like, wait, you serious? Yeah, I'm completely serious. Like, you can completely just give anything now blocker. Okay. So we have finished basically everything on this side. We have finished everything in the middle, and now we're going to clean up this stuff over here. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling. Like I said, ADHD brain. First thing we do, we clean up the corner so it's a full portrait art. And now we're done. No, I'm kidding. So first thing I'm going to do, I had to make up where this lightning went last time in this upper right-hand corner. It was one of the weirdest things for me to do because I was kind of like, I guess. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're just basically going to draw off a lightning path here. See this little dot here? I'm assuming that's a lightning dot, so I'm gonna grab it and then just connect the dots. And then I guess I should have done that first, so we'll do this. Just go ahead and I need to be a bit bigger on that part. What do I do here? This is a weird spot. Well. I love this wizardry, man. I mean, it's what I do for like trying to like, you know, get much better card arts for basically my videos, because I think what a lot of players do right now is that it's it's generically, you know, usually a slapped on photo or whatever that they just Google search. There's no like, I want to see the effort, I guess, more. And I get not everyone has time. Don't get me wrong. I get not everyone has time. But I'm also at the point where I feel like in the last 5 years as a content creator, I have changed what I do with my thumbnails constantly. And like I'm trying, you know, new things, and that's what like the whole adventure is, you know. You're not trying to like make shortcuts. You're trying to like find yourself, you know what I'm saying? The lightning is what makes it the issue, though, because I don't know where the lightning is going. The pathing is so weird. Everything's just kind of weird with how the pathing is for this art. Because you've got a lightning here. You've got lightning here. That's kind of all over the place. But like I said, I'm just kind of like finding spots, filling them, jumping back and forth until like I feel comfortable like committing to where I want that lightning to go. Because we're getting to the point where I have to like commit where that lightning is going to go. I feel like this one here could just literally be like that, just to indicate like, hey, like I'm a stray bolt of lightning, because we got, you know, right here. I mean, it's probably here. I'm just gonna go for it. Since it's so thick, I would probably say that it's going to be connecting to this one over here. Which means we can start committing a little bit more of our colors here in this area. And the thing is, like, I used to make all these available. I used to post so much more on my community stuff, and I don't know. I think for me, I always now have this fear if I say too much, someone else is going to come in and just be like, oh, DIGI-PANDA is going to do this, and then they'll make a video of it before like I finish it, and I'm like, I literally said I was going to do this, and now you're doing it just because I mentioned it. Rawr. There's always a mentality too in content creation where people want to be the first one to come up with an idea, and if you announce the idea preemptively, sometimes someone will actually literally just do what you said you were going to do. Only 3. Why to get the card full art? Ask the artist or hope Bandai. Oh yeah, if only Bandai would release the full art. If they did, that'd be amazing. But I don't see them ever doing that. It's also a licensing thing. And I can't ask for money either for like doing this type of thing, because I don't own this art. Someone else owns the art. Which means if by me saying, hey, I'm making you pay for it, I'm creating an issue now because I don't actually own this art. Which means I can be slapped with a cease and desist on this. Okay. You might be wondering why I'm whitening black right now. I need more black. Because ultimately what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come up to here now. So you can see this lightning here. So my guess is the lightning's going to come over. And I think I had this in my other original one too. I think the lightning is going to come here, over, and then it's going to curve like so. That's my initial like theory, because looking at how it looks, I think it could do that. Naturally, this doesn't look natural, but I'm also giving extra white zones right now so that when I do this, and this is where you're going to see me use a different tool for the first time. I'm going to use something called a clone brush. I'm going to clone the color over here and bring it over here. Now that I have that color over there, I can now go back to my smudging. So it kind of matches that. Next, we're going to blend a little bit of that gray back into what I just copied over. We're going to gradient it back over now. Yeah, if only hacking was that easy too. All right. And while you can see some of the gradient lines that I'm producing, the other thing is, keep in mind, I did basically boost the size of it so that my color is kind of smoothed out, and then I can basically shrink the image back to get rid of all that, the lines that you see here. It kind of will blend in better as the armor, if you want to think about it that way. We'll do that. Alright, next we need to jump back up to the 35 size. So then we can start smoothing out all this over here. So everything you just saw me do, we've now recreated Alphamon's entire arm from basically nothing. Nothing. Okay. We can see here that there's a little bit of orange here, but I need to bring it over this white line that I drew. So like I said, we're going to probably do another, clone brush technique here. So I'm going to go ahead and clone it. We're going to go ahead and nab this color and put it here. Just draw a little bit of it. And then, because from the looks of it, yeah, shrink this back down to 20. That is not 20, that is 230. We're getting there. Basically, once you commit to a specific direction, it's one of those, okay, now we do this the entire way. And like I said, I appreciate everyone who joined the stream today. I think there's 16. Hey, y'all, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, sir. I think I want to bring it down more. There you go. Yeah, it's late. I have a kid though, so for me it's basically more of a like I don't sleep anymore. What's sleep? You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, we got that fist in there. That looks so good. Okay, so yeah, we are tentatively going to connect the lightning bolt here over and yonder here somewhere. I think it's going to go from here up sharp, then over. Oops. Whatever. We'll just draw it in now. Yeah, I'll leave an opening just so I can cross over with color, so I don't have to keep whatchamacallit, clone brushing. Oh wait, is there? There's something over here. Hi. All right, we'll go back to 50 because I think we need to bring this down all the way down. I need more color. All right. I'm going to ignore that lightning for the time being, and we're just going to color over this. Would be funny if the lightning was just out here by itself, hanging in limbo space. Or did I draw that up there? No, I think that's right. I think that makes sense. Now we have that mess over there. Like I said, you can see where my ADHD brain goes. Because, like, I was here, now I'm up here. And I'm going to keep doing that. It's really bad. But it's how I, like... I remember cheating at this using the stamp tool and ASI in the past. Been a long time since, though. Wait, what do you mean, Dr. Tosi? Oh, baby dudes, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. By the way, most people would just use AI for this. Like, they 100% would just use AI because it's faster. I'm doing it because this is my relaxation. To you, it might not be relaxing, but I'm fairly kind of just like, this is chill. I like cleaning up the art. I actually need to go work on that after this, too. Yeah, most nights I don't really, like, sleep more than 3-4 hours at a time. Like I said, baby. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. So yeah, this is where we're at right now on the picture. Like, it looks a lot better than what it was. I just need to get that smoothing texture here done. There's also a bunch of white dots, which I always hate when they do that. So we've almost cleaned that up. Before of what I did, it was a lot harder, was the other thing. So we're just trying to like make sure that we've mocked it all up the way we want to. You can actually kind of tell that this fire here are actually supposed to be the feathers of the Oryukin wings. I don't know if you could tell that. So that's what all like these lines are here. So now I'm just gonna try to clear it up here. All right, I'm just gonna cut that in half. Now, where do we connect the lightning is the question. I don't know where I'm gonna connect the lightning. Lightning is hard. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and bump it back up. I think that makes sense that these would be like the feathered wingtips. That makes sense to me, at least in my mind. I'm going to figure out how to do this kind of touch up for some cool... Yeah, it's really fun, BB Dudes. It's really fun. I'll have to send you some of what I've been working on, because like I said, I've been helping a lot of content creators lately kind of just like up their thumbnail game, because I really want content creators to get, you know, more views with regards to what they're doing, because man. All right, so I mean, I think this is a little too dark here on the edge here. The way I can fix that is I'm probably going to just, you know, when I draw out the path, it's going to take out more of it, like that. Okay. What decks you vibing with 2.5? I'm liking red Imperial, purple, wait. RP. Wait, like red, purple Imperial? Let's see, XL. XL looks fun. Like, I hadn't built it fully, so I was just doing test vibes of like, oh yeah, this is a Mega Zoo deck. This is probably a Mega Zoo deck. And then, man, I got freaking roasted on my set review video. I was just like, hey man, I told you I haven't tested this. There's no testing, nothing. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the lightning looking like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll just leave that corner the way it is, like this. The most we can do is we can probably extend some lightning out to here. but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's needed. I think the way it is right now is fine, which means now we're just going to correct the rest of this part over here. As you can tell, this arm was like not even here because it was hidden underneath this play cost Evo stuff. So what you can do is, and this is what I like to do, I like to round out the arm a little bit more and then basically use all that extra color that I added earlier. This wasn't part of it, so I can do this. And then over time, what you can do is you can basically come in here like so. Let's see. Yeah, I want to do that. All right, cool. All right, because I drew a line already over this, I'm gonna have to clone brush it again because I'm an idiot. Whee! And then we're going to nope, not what I wanted to do. So I need to splash this over the blue first, then cut it back, and then start melding it into this area here. Alright. Do I need to clone again? God dang, I need to clone again. No! I hate doing this. Okay. And then I need to actually bump this back down to 15 because I need to pull the yellow over here first before I do anything major. Now we can pull the orange over. And then we bring this back up to 30 so that we can kind of start like blending. You can see that blend right there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Alright, so now that we've done that, now we need to smooth out the arm area. You can see we got a little blue still here. We got a little bit of red from the Digivolution thing. Now we gotta go super tiny on this one. You could watch this for a while if it wasn't midnight. It's all good, Death Slinger, it's all good. I wanted to do something because I hadn't done anything really all week for like views, and I felt like my channel was gonna get dinged on the algorithm count if I didn't do something, so I was kind of like, okay, I'll do something that's like relaxing for me, and if you want to watch, you can watch. But yeah, that literally completes that entire corner. So this is what it looks like now after an hour and a half. That's what you get. Now the real fun part. This nonsense down here. This is the coup de grace of literally the bane of my existence when it comes to making stuff. Sometimes I'll actually do complete reconstructions too. Before I forget, because I haven't even saved this yet. Oh no, I haven't even saved this yet. This is under cover photos. We're under 2.5 right now. We're going to go to our reference files and we're going to call this Alphamon Oryukin because I'm really bad and I should have done that. All right, we saved it in case. One of the other special projects that I'm working on right now, and I'll show this to you real quick as well because I really enjoy like this kind of thing. So this Omnimon is literally in bare bones right now. But like I wanted to make a Royal Knight video, and part of the problem for me is text. When it comes to like blending like the text out of existence, it's one thing, but putting in new text is always hard for me, which is why I was trying to overlay like this Omnimon blade here to like line up with the original text and then do something with that. As you can see, I resized the image. Shame on me, but I'll work on this later. This isn't one of those things, but it's fun. Trust me, like I'm being real here. Like I legitimately enjoy creating these because of this, and I can actually show this because I'm working on a Necromon deck profile right now, and you can't tell me that having like this as like a thumbnail isn't cool. And I swear, if I see this thumbnail on some other YouTuber, I'm gonna, I don't know. But like when you have the individual assets for each of these tamers, so like there's my Violet, there's my Ghostmon, there's my Necromon, which I didn't really do anything with the like actual text on it. I literally just threw it in, resized it, made it larger, and was like, here, check out like this, because I want to do more of these types of thumbnails. I really think that when you make your focus of attention on what you want to do with your thumbnail, it helps your viewers like, okay, I'm in, I'm clicking on this. So that's pretty much it. That's a quick segue. It's 11:12. All right, so now the fun part. I'm going to start on the blade. The blade is where it's going to be hella fun. It's not going to be too bad because you can see here that they've already like marked out, like here's like a line here. There's some markings here. So ultimately what I like to do is I'll still smudge brush this for days. Like I am not scared. Like we're going to go for it. We've got a little bit of red here too, so we can actually see. Matcha, don't you do it! Don't you do it! I don't think that there's anything there. I think this is just the brown extending upwards. Yeah, it's totally just the brown extending upwards. Then the red comes up to here. Brown comes up to here. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this just goes straight through. And then we'll just blend the crap out of this. So it just kind of just, you know, goes with it. It's flawless. Trying to figure out what this is right here. Okay, so it's part of what looks like the actual sword itself. Oh, this isn't even the SP. But the SP does look nice. I'll admit that, like, right off the bat. The SP does look really good. I don't like the way this line looks, so I'm actually going to steal some of the black here. We're going to go back down now. And do that technique I was telling you about earlier. We'll increase our hardness on this. Oops. Let's see here. And we need to go back to 20, because this actually needs to blend significantly. I think it's supposed to come out at a tip like that. If it's Alphamon, I can only tell which card it is with this. Yeah, it is Alphamon, but it's not the chase, is what I wanted to get at. Yeah. Yeah, this is the card I wanted to clean up because I wanted to work on some thumbnails for this week. I've been so behind on content, but at the same time, like, there's just no way. Like, it's fine. Oops. Oops. All right. Yeah, John Wheeler, I think you're gonna like where this is going, because yeah, we've been cleaning up this image all night. This is how far I've gotten so far, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty damn good to me. Like, I am very happy with this type of work. Anyway. This is what I like to do in my spare time. Well, other than family stuff, of course. I need to Control-Z that, because I think we need to be a little bit sharper. We need to go back, fix that. All right, go ahead and start getting rid of this, start getting rid of that. I think we need to be a little sharper on that one. Might hit you up on Discord for a copy of a cleaned up image. I think a lot of people would love cleaned up images of cards is the thing. I don't do it because it's a lot of time for me. And when players, I think I've seen one instance where I cleaned up an image and then someone used it for a playmat and was selling it. And I was kind of like, I can't do this again because I don't want to get in trouble with Bandai #1 because I'm technically the origin of the source then. That makes sense. But this is what I like to do. And the reason why I do this is because I use these high quality images for like thumbnails in the future. It's Alphamon. You know they're going to make more support for Alphamon cards. Like they're not going to not make it. And then for me, it's like I have this image ready. And for me, I can even extend it further to add on the tip of this. I can add the rest of the shoulder blade. I can add his knee into the frame. Like I can do a lot of stuff here. Oh, right. Forgot he's cutting a beam right here, I think. All right, and then we go hardness. And we do 10. I need this. I'm gonna go ahead and just bring this down just so I can borrow some black there. Cut back up here. Then we'll bring back down the laser. This is part of the text box. What delayed by 2.5 does to a man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with this. I love doing this. Like, I'm sure artists out there could also just restore it, like, with their own art skills, but for me, it's a matter of, I'm cheap. This is also isn't hard for me, so it's one of those, I'm gonna just do it myself, because it's not too hard for me. It's all good. It is a bummer that we don't have 2.5, but at the same time, with an upcoming global release scale for the entirety of all the regions, I'm not going to be surprised if they can't like get 1 or 2 regions up and running fully. And I think that's just something that we have to accept as like a group. Otherwise, like if you're going to constantly, I don't know, bite the hand that feeds you, it's like, okay, what's your expectation now, you know? Let's see if that's the right angle I want. I'm probably gonna actually flatten it more, so then it's gonna be more metal on this side over here. I think that's the right call. And then we're gonna up this to 30. Kind of like blend it, give it that gradient. And there you go. We got the second point. We got the second point of that. So, like I said, like, this is just a preliminary of what I do. And I don't expect people to, like, watch this and be like, oh, this is amazing. This is my process of what I do in order to provide those thumbnails that you see on the channel. And if you like it, I appreciate it. Honestly, I expect more hiccups when it comes to BT1 than this set. I mean, I think it's going to be an issue regardless, because it's not going to be perfect every time. I think we need to come to an understanding that, you know, it's going to be inevitable that, yes, like, it does help right now that, like, we're seeing, like, a global release. But I also think that eventually the expectation that we're going to not have any issues is going to be a high standard to live by. So. Oh, I'm in uncharted territory right now because I actually didn't do this part on the original thumbnail, so. Let's see. Oh, for sure. Patience is the only thing we can rely on now. No point in getting cranky. And that's the thing. Like, I saw a lot of people who were like, what the heck? Why don't we have... It's so bad Bandai's doing this. And I'm like, bro, chill. Chill. There's no reason to doom post. It's fine. If you thought that, you know, it was going to be a perfect, like, roadmap moving forward, I'd honestly be like, you're crazy. Oops. Too much black line removal right there. For sure, I'm just saying, make some making a massive shift like that is going to likely cause, and that's the thing. That's where I agree with you in that if you expected no delays from like the changes that they're making, and the thing is, one of the big things for me is we still have no idea what kind of format we're potentially going to see for North America once we actually have a global release, because it doesn't logically make sense to me that, oh yeah, like North America, you guys can keep playing best of 3, Japan's gonna keep playing best of 1, and I'm like, does it though? Because like, it's really confusing, because there are certain cards that are more broken in a best of 1 setting than a best of 3 setting, and vice versa. So ultimately, you're setting up one format to fail if you don't unify them completely. I mean, granted, you're unifying them via product, that's true. But like outside of product, if you don't unify them via everything, I think that's going to create some issues of their own too. What is this right here? Is he stabbing into something? I do think Bandai is overstretching themselves with the absurd amount of games they're producing. Yeah, that's the other thing that, you know, that's my other concern right now too. That's my last concern. Because ultimately, once they get to that shift of, you know, I think it's going to be really hard for them to upkeep so many games. And I'm not saying Bandai can't handle it by any means. I think they could if they you know, have the appropriate staffing for it. All right, I need to figure out what this is right now, because is that part of his knee? Like, am I missing something? Do you think there's any chance that the new project on Digicon for the TCG will be a client? It's hard to say, honestly, whether they're going to actually release like a simulator. I think that'll be a nice thing, but I don't know if they'll actually do it is the problem. So we'll see what happens. I'm just blending that as much as I can. So it looks a little bit more natural right here. I think I need to blend this a little bit more to be natural too. As cool as the new Gundam cart. Oh wait, hold up. Do you think there's any Digimon, Battle Spirits, One Piece Gundam, and the franchise mixing bowl game? Oh, UA. I actually enjoy UA. Like every time I've played UA, I'm like, I really need a Mayuri Kuretsuchi deck. I love Bleach, not the chemical, the actual like series. It was one of my like series that I grew up on as a kid. And for it to have actually like withstood the sands of time itself too, is also the reason why I love it. But the other thing that I really like about the show itself is like some of the characters are just really interesting to me. And Mayuri Kuretsuchi is one of those characters. Because literally every time when I watched it in English dub, yes, I'm a dub watcher, but I also do watch subs. I'm watching Solo Leveling tomorrow, so it's okay. Everything's okay. But like the moment you would see him on screen and he'd be like, "You stupid Quincy's," I'm just like, okay, I like that voice. I'm gonna steal it for the time being. And then he'd be like, Bankai, Konjiki, Ashisoki Chizo. And you're just like, oh, chills. And that's the thing, like, if you can enjoy a character based on their voice actor, I'm like, I'm all in. I'm all in. I mean, Battle Spirits has been axed officially, too, is the other thing. I think we need to go a little bit. I can hear my wife walking. I love my wife. I'm so tired. Oh no. I don't judge. I have ADHD and have been having been in the security field for work so long, it makes it hard to watch sub. I mean, that's the other thing is if you're trying to do other stuff too simultaneously, it's really hard to pay attention and also be like, oh yeah, like I know what's happening. Like I totally saw what just happened in the show, and you're like, really? What just happened? You're like, oh yeah, totally paying attention. I mean, I'm trying. Give me a little bit of slack here, please. We need like 10 because we need to rebuild the spot here. Okay, and then back we go.
What's that about me?
Ah! Scared the crap out of me, woman! Oh! 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 Oh!
I didn't mean to do it.
You can't sneak up on me while I'm in the middle of streaming and not looking at doors, and I have a headset in. I think, chat, I think my wife just took like 10 years off my life. Again. I think I'm...
comment about me?
Yes.
Wow.
Love you.
Do you?
Yes. Okay. Anyway. I'm using PaintShop Pro. 2022. It's a software that I used a long time ago when I was younger. So I've just been upgrading it slowly. Okay, that looks dumb. Okay, we are getting rid of this gray. This gray needs to go. This gray goes away. I don't even care like that it was in the original. I'm getting rid of it. I'm like immediately just gone. Do you know what happened to D-Storage Box? Okay, I thought that was kind of funny because somebody was asking about that earlier and I was just like, oh, that's interesting because someone was asking about that also on the groups. I don't remember which group it was. I think it was the Discord group. And I was like, interesting. I forgot about this. And then I was like, oh, I think they just got rid of it. Like, I legitimately think that they just like were like, yeah, this didn't sell well in Japan, so we're not going to make it in English. At the same time, though, I don't disagree with it because of the fact that they literally were saying, hey, like, we need this, and it's like, okay, cool, but is it designed one? They're like, I mean, kind of, and you're like, does it fit double sleeved? And you're like, yeah, it does, but barely. And you're like, why barely? Like, how, what? I actually don't remember the exact specifics anymore of like the deck box itself because I was kind of like, oh, that looks cool. And then the more I read into it, the more I'm like, I'm going to make this myself because I triple sleeve my cards. So I'm going to need something a lot bigger. I mean, didn't we get the promos in the end, though? Oops, do not want to do that. So chat, if you're here right now, is this what you expected for a stream today? Are you kind of like I feel bad for disappointing some of my viewers if they're like, what the hell is this guy doing tonight? And it's just like, oh, you don't know? This is how I make thumbnails. Like, this is exactly what I do to make thumbnails. I feel a little bad. How do we get the card now? I mean, there's so much that we don't know. Because you've got like, oh, like, are they going to reprint this? Are they going to reprint that? And it's like, I don't know. Are they? Oh, come on. Okay. I think this goes up here. Alright, so we need to fix this real quick. So we're going to do 10, but a chat stream with chill music is... I mean, I agree. Some people don't find it valuable, and I think for me, I'm just like, I'm just here to chill. Like, it's Friday, I'm not at a bar, I can't even remember the last time I went to a bar at this point to, like, drink. I'm too old for that. Did I used to do it? Yes. Do I still do it? No. Oh, god dang it. I clicked at the wrong time. Speaking of reprints, I'm still waiting for my BT16 Dorogramon color borders. Okay, they've shown a lot of reprints for the LM05 set, and part of me is like, as cool as this is, I don't know if North America is going to get another one of those, because they had so much backlash from it the first time that I was like, great, because you had a bunch of people complain about this, we're probably not getting these again. Way to go, guys. Way to go. I mean, chat, how do you feel this looks? Do you feel, like, give me your honest opinion of how this looks to you. Like, I'm curious. Is this... I mean, I'll probably do streams like this again in the future, because honestly, I enjoy having streams where I'm literally like, hey, I need to catch up on stuff. And, I'm gonna make a stream out of it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I gotta, like, catch up. Like, imagine if I got behind on solo leveling and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna watch solo leveling for on stream today. That's all I'm doing, by the way. Because, like, I'm behind. You'll hear all the fights. You'll hear it in Japanese. And I'll just be like, oh, nice. Nice. We're almost through on this side. My issue is they aren't giving us the same... Oh, LM. Yeah, I got you. It's late. I got you, though. Nice. Oh, you want to see the final look already? I mean, we still got a bunch of text to remove. It's gonna be a bit. I'll either finish it in the next hour or I'm gonna just go to bed. Let's see, I think that upset people was the tournament promo reprintings being student instead of the LM reprints. I mean, the other thing that I find interesting is a lot of the reprints that they have right now are the promos. And I was kind of like, why do you keep reprinting these? I don't care about these. But then I was also kind of like, you know what? In Japan, they might not have gotten like enough events to actually have like a large supply of them. So I get it. The reprint Davis is also really nice. The Guilmon reprint is also really nice. Because you know what? Those cards need to be reprinted. They honestly should be reprinted. And the fact that we don't have them here as reprints in North America and other areas kind of stinks. Let's see. Sorry, I keep zooming out just to see like where I'm at progress-wise, because we're going basically line by line and then filling in each one, and then that'll be it. But like, again, like this is just a process. It takes time. Trying to figure out why there's a gradient here for some reason. I think I'm gonna just ignore it. It might be them trying to create darker areas for the text. Anything US based wait. Oh, I still kind of want this image after you're done. Anything US based companies can be pretty scummy sometimes. That Game on Starter Decks being a box topper instead. Yikes. Yeah, like okay, I'm gonna say yeah like a lot too, because I'm like half thinking, half doing stuff too. And I default to like instead of as my filler word when I'm thinking. So FYI, if you ever want to make a drinking game of how many times I say like, there's your in. But I did not like that they did that for the starter. The reprint starters of all the stuff that that they did for the starter for I think it was Starter Deck 11. Yeah, it was 11. Dude, textless cards would, as a rarity, would be insane. I'd love it, but I don't want to give Bandai ideas, because collecting 4 of everything already is a pain in the ass for me. And then finding 4 textless cards, it'd be one of those, like, I need to, like, you can carry, it have, like, something at the bottom of the card that says, hey, if you're running this card in your deck, you have to carry around another version of the card with you just in case, like, someone doesn't know what the card does. And you're like, okay, fine. Elimination of products in general is always a bad consumer move. I joined the game when Starter Deck 11 or Starter Deck 1 Greymon was so expensive, and look how cheap he is now. The problem is, like, red as a color hasn't really evolved past a certain identity point, which is why I feel like it's also problematic for it to grow in the future. Well, Magic the Gathering does... Do they really? I haven't played Magic in a while, to be honest. I played briefly for, like... I want to say, like, 2 years. And then I kind of just stopped. I went cold turkey on it. Alright. I don't think I've used 6 yet, so I'm going to zoom in on this. That's a feather. Let's see. I'm not sure if they will do that, but they have. My friend got hyped over the Shadramon reprint, but I'm not sure if we're even getting an English one right on the parade. I haven't said anything. That's the big problem. These reprints. There's so many of them that you're like, are you actually going to like make them available for everybody, or no? Because if you don't make them available for everybody, this entire exercise is pointless. Oh, this is the part of the blade. Okay, so I actually have to do this. I actually need it to be straight and sharp, unfortunately. And the reason why is it's because it's part of the reflection of the blade right up here. So... Matcha's Shadramon reprint is such a high need right now. I mean, the other thing is that with like no confirmation of it, it's going to be really expensive for players who want to play Imperial Dramon in the up and coming format if you don't already have it. The set that it came in is now no longer printed, so it's like, good luck, have fun. And on top of that, it's like, okay, you've made it a nightmare for players to really try out decks if they don't know if they want to play it or not. What is this? Just a random beam. Okay. I'll just cut it off at the top. Worst case, if there's any sharpening you need lines, I can like grind out a Saturday leaning over my drum. No, you're good, John. It's all good. Remember, in the end, like having this high quality image isn't for like the means to really like make people buy it, I guess, or whatever. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I do appreciate though. Appreciate it. Oh, I am losing my words and slurring, and I'm not even drinking. I'm just tired. Let's see. Worst case, oh, I already read that. Cool. Oh. My playlist has ended. Well, starting over at the beginning. Starting over at the beginning. You know, as I listen to some of these songs, I'm reminded of like where they are in the Liberator reads that I do with people. On that note, I'm in the midst of getting... Oops, not that. I'm in the midst of getting the lines written for Fabled Waltz Part 2, and then sending that off to my readers all at the same time. So they have Parts 1 and Part 2 to do, not just one. I have a little bit of a smudge there to clean up. Let's back up and see where we're at. So we're at the blade right now. We've cleared up a huge portion of this art. Yeah, Alpha does need to look nice. Sendro needs a new boss monster. They might be printing an ace version of that Digimon soon. I could see it happening, to be honest. Be about 40 here for this. I don't play Shumon, but it's kind of sad it's swept under the rug. I don't know why. It just made me think that was a dad joke for some reason. Like your shoes sweeping under the rug. I don't know. The idea just sounded funny to me. I appreciate that though. Like perfect execution in my mind. Even if it was unintentional on your end, I thought it was a great joke just now. Alright, we gotta go 10 for this, because we got a bunch of thin lines here. So we're gonna just cut... Well, actually we'll do 20 first. Because we're gonna try to clean up all these here. Is it bad that my wish list for Chronicle is a full Dorgoromon line with an egg that's also as a Dorgoromon having rule text to call itself? That would be insane, actually. I'd be intrigued, but that would be insane in my mind. It'd be a really, like, strong card. I'm really curious how they're going to implement Kuro Kuramai. I think that's her name. Oh, I almost forgot about this part right up here. Whoopsie. Honestly, I can't thank my friend enough for pulling me into the game. It's a really fun game. Chronicle is definitely missing like a third level 3. The same issue with Royal Base, honestly, that Royal Base was having. Shoot. I think that's good. Probably have to bring all this up first. Like, BT8 Ryudomon is honestly really good for the deck, but people ignore that. I think it is too. I'd probably lean more Dorumon because the Raptordramon lets you play the Tamer for free. So it ultimately depends on what you want. Do you want to Digivolve off Ginryu or just run more of the old Ginryus? Or do you want to run the old Raptordramon? It was basically where my mind went when I was building it. How does this look? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. But yeah, it suffers from lacking support issue that Royal Base does. That's the thing. You got a lot of great archetypes that have like great starts, but they also feel like they're missing something. That looks good, I think. Alright. So we're almost at the point where Royal Base is just missing a lot, let's be real. Alright. ADHD brain coming in hot. Let me come back over here. The search power for Royal Base is partially one thing, but I think the other thing that really hurts Royal Base is the fact that its boss monsters aren't that great now. I don't know. I feel like anything that green-wise, like the Blastage Evolution is just going to hurt everything with green. Green used to be very much in line with the, oh yeah, if you can delete this Digimon, you can gain a memory. And it's like, okay. But now there's so many like blasted you off Digimon that literally like hose your entire strategy. Oh, sorry. That was intention. Wait, what? Yeah, like Green was too good when we had Digisorption, so we're not gonna give it anything else. What? But you can't do this to me. Do you know how much I sacrificed? Alright. I just responded to a message from 2 hours ago. Whoopsie. Sorry, Kiri. Let's be honest, Green was kind of OP back then. It was like back in the day, Green was probably a really strong deck. Digisorption was like way too good for its time, and because of that, like it doesn't really have anything. Like Green's just kind of here. It doesn't really do much in my opinion anymore. No matter like how, which is why I found it interesting. They were like, oh, let's introduce the Wind Guardians, and I'm like, oh boy, Wind Guardians. Just like, is it gonna be good? We'll find out. Alright, this is actually the last spot right here for Alphamon's like leg, but like it looks like, wait, they did put a box around it. Never mind, I'm gonna make sure that oops. Yeah, HPD was like way ahead of its time. Like stupidly ahead of its time. My mind goes burr whenever security stacks melt through and then it unsuspends when attacking. I mean, that's the good thing about some decks where like they don't really have a win condition, so they have to like take out all the security in one go on one turn. And I really liked that for a time, but then like when every deck started doing it, it was kind of like, okay. Is there any uniqueness? Which is why, like, even though I talked about Tamer Hate, I feel like there should be Tamer Hate for every color. Just like every color should have a floodgate of some sort, you know, for everything. Which is why, I don't know, I guess we're still missing a bunch of those. I just want to see the game slow down. That's the other issue. Is the game too fast? Is Digimon inherently too fast now? To some degree, I can see why it's too fast, but I'm also kind of like, it's fine. Alright. Let's see. I just want to see the game slow down. Was almost messed that up. I say Zephyrgamon because, like I said, I feel like the pronunciation of that could be done poorly, and I don't want to mess that up. So Zephyrgamon specifically causes it fun trying to combo it off with. The problem with Zephyrgamon is that I feel like it's still too slow. Even as a protagonist, like, main character deck, I think it's still missing something. What is this right here? It's lacking in DB department. Yeah, and the problem with its level 5 is that they're all generic, like the either unsuspend or isn't it unsuspend or trashing like a security if you delete a Digimon by effect or something like that. Yeah. All right. You can't rush this. The purpose of this is to make it look good. Wait, does this combine into one beam? I guess it does. What the heck? What the heck is... Whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. Line by line. Let's do it. Let's see. Greenbird Strong BHO. Promo Gamon no Chromon? Oh god, that'd be so funny. Is that the blade? Honestly, I have no idea what that is right there. Eh, we're good. Goodbye, Macrim Reflect. Honestly, if Bandai wants to keep speeding the game up at this point, Alphamon needs its other 3 copies of BT7 Doragreymon freed from prison. Man, I can't imagine if Bandai were to like free anything from the ban list at this point. Everyone keeps praying for something to change, and I'm just like, I don't think they're gonna do it. I just don't see them unbanning anything anymore. We'll just do this. I think I did this exactly too, but whatever. That's his foot right there. So we're almost there. We've got a little bit to go. Raise this back up to 30. Free Greymon X meme. Yeah, that's the usual one. It's a suspect. Everybody was like, "Oh, this will make Greymon decks better." Arguably, it will. You know what? I'm just gonna make that administrative decision here and just go straight through. What to do? Guess we get rid of hand next. Well, close to hand, I should say. I have no idea what this is. To see a line, it looks like an egg, so I'm just gonna draw the egg in. Go ahead and just color it all the way in right here. Too much orange. This needs to fade to a pink more. We can't do erratas. Sorry, I looked away for a little bit. We can't do erratas in this game 100%. Erratas are not intended the way they are in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the other thing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, hey, we're gonna errata this and fix the issue. The problem is errata should only be used to fix a translation error. And after talking to one of my judge buddies, Robo Sushi, about it, I was kind of like, yeah, I agree with you on this. Never mind. Konami's way of doing it is wrong. Never again. Leviamon is a nerf. Oops. I meant to do 30. Lopsided red thing. Whoops. Alright, this needs to be over here. Trinity Burst errata gave me a headache. What was the errata for that one again? Alright. We deserve a break. We're gonna take a Kit Kat break. Kit Kat break on stream, guys. Kit Kat break. Let's go. And those bunnies that you've been seeing on in the stores. I like some good old Snickers. Let's see. I think a quotation mark was a text word. Wait, I think a quotation mark was in the text when it shouldn't have been. I didn't even read. I just started erasing stuff. You mean this over here? Oh, is it like something's being fired at him and he's just stabbing his blade in the ground? I don't know. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I was confused for a moment. I was like, wait, did I miss something? It is late for me, but like, we'll see. There's a chance I don't finish this tonight. I feel like that would be a letdown for a lot of you, though, who've been like here the entire time I've been streaming, and then it's like, no, I wanted to see the finished product, and it's like, oh, my bad. I mean, we're close. This is a really close finish here because we got all this text here still. Yeah, a lot of people see me on Discord, let's be real. I'm usually on, like... Man, some of this music that I have going, it's giving me, I'm gaslighting myself because it feels like, you know, the baby is crying when it's actually not. And I'm just like, oh no, I gotta go help the wife. And then I'm like, oh, it's just the music if I listen carefully enough. But yeah, this is the overall process you're seeing that I do for all my thumbnails. Usually starting off with the card, and then I'm like, but I usually don't like edit the full art. I'm normally like, I'm just gonna do enough edits for the pieces that I need for the thumbnail. But after doing some of the ones for this set, oh, they're just so beautiful. I want to just do them all. Maybe I'll make it a channel membership thing. If like you request, you can also pay to get a card that's nah, I shouldn't do that. I should not do that at all. Can I send on Discord the Paladin virus you're doing? Yeah, you can, totally. Wait, oh my god, Kiri, you're still awake? Why are you awake? Normally you're sleeping at this hour. Sleep is for the weak. I am not weak. I am Game of Thrones strong. Well, sorry, House of Dragons strong. Wait, why are you devastated? Explain. Oh, I got friend requests. I got a message request. Wait. Message request. Damn! Damn, that's so good! How'd you do that? Damn! Alright, I had to respond. I'm sorry. Now I feel like an amateur doing this. That one is on the list of like ones that I was gonna do. You've removed the text though, it's really good. Oh, book. What's a book? I wouldn't know. I can't read because I play card games. Like worse than the Hans plot twist from Frozen. That was a plot twist? I was not aware. Even you can be caught unawares. Oh, you're doing the same process? That's nice. Yours is really good. That is smooth. Really smooth. Yeah, because someone was like, did you use AI? And I'm like, no, I literally do this. Like, I do it all by hand, so you can say I'm not, but now I have a stream to prove it, too. Eh. Oh, Viago, are you doing smudging too, or are you doing something completely different? Are you like redrawing it all back in, or? I guess that's my question, because I'm just primarily smudging the crap out of areas, eliminating the text, using the leftover like what remains of the text is kind of like additional filler, and then just kind of like grouping it so it looks nicer in some ways. I don't know. Because I'm at the point where I'm doing a lot more guesswork on like the heck is happening here. Maybe at like 35. Smudging and painting. See, I can't paint. I'm just smudging. Smudging away my life. Oh, Kiri, do you do this too? Did you like the ones I sent you? The whatchamacallit? Ghost and Violet. I hope it helps. What does that even look like? That just looks weird. Like a little ball that was just right there. I don't know. Not a fan of this. Let's see if I have time to sit. Yeah. I want to get into this stuff, but I'm too lazy with what little free time I have. It's okay. Play the card game. That's where the real time should be spent, honestly. in North America, this is what we're doing because we got nothing else to do. I just don't like where this is because it's just like this random pathway that just goes right through the entire thing that I'm like, the heck are you doing? Alright, we're gonna go to a different area because I'm not feeling happy about that. Oh, is my thing? No, my step is right. Let's see. Oh, you started watching the new season of Invincible? I love Invincible. I love that show. Such a great voice acting cast. I think they tried to get Kevin Conroy in too, but he sadly passed before they could actually get his role. I don't remember for sure though. But man, Kevin Conroy's passing really freaking did a number on me. Because it was like right after my birthday too. Oops. Yeah, I'm losing it. Hey, DigiDane, welcome. Welcome to the stream. My mouse technique is getting sloppy. Wait, haven't you opened your boxes yet for 2.5? We're still part of the blade. Oh man. Sadly, my local straight up told me to register for tomorrow and next Saturday just to get spots, just in case they get stuff. It was weird because, like, what? John Wheeler, if there's an actor passing that hit me hard, it was Jason. That was a huge one too. Jason David Frank was a big one. There's been a lot of recent passings for like the for actors and voice actors in general as of the last like 4 or 5 years. I wouldn't say half decade easily, that have been really tough. Jason David Frank was especially hard because, you know, he had a brother who had committed suicide, and then, you know, he took his own life too. That's ultimately where it was very hard for a lot of people, because he was viewed as a very strong individual in the community, and, you know, he was gone. Chester Bennington hurt too. That one was a big one for me. No music hits me harder than Linkin Park. Mental health. Let's see. Let's see. In a similar way to Robin Williams. So the new adventure cards might be our first actual rainbow deck. Makes me feel like it's pre-release. I mean, Crossheart would like to word with you, but it's okay. Let's see. Risu's here too? Man, we got a house of content creators. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Welcome. Man, I didn't expect you to be up. For Americans, it's 48 minutes past midnight for me. Risu and Kiri are East Coast time, so they should be an hour ahead of me, like in the 1 o'clock range. I don't know how they're up. Let's freaking go! I didn't expect you, ladies and gents, to be up. This is impressive. Did you just go military time on me, John? Maple Story. Nice. Nice. At least it's not like what's that game for the not Maple Story, you just said it. Villager is from what game series? Good lord, I'm bad at this. I don't play enough games in my life. Let's see. I'm reading. Still debating if I finish chapter or go 3 chapters and finish the book. Just finish the book, Kiri. It's fine. You can finish the book, then find a new book. Isn't that the point of adventures? What time is it? It's adventure time! My bookmark is a receipt. Yeah, they usually are. I have no idea what part I'm coloring right now. I'm just coloring because I see shapes and things, and I'm just gonna go for it. Something sword, giant BFS if you play League of Legends. What was the game? Whatever. I'll deal with it later. We trying to finish this, but also make it look nice. What is this right here? I have no idea what is right here. Alright, we're just guessing stuff. It's fine. Just really, I guess it's just like wind marks, I guess. Alright, let's see. Digi cards as bookmarks, that's nice. Don't look now, but you might should I just got home from work way later than I should have. Wait, why are you going insane, Matcha? What's there to be insane about? I've attached the insanity to the summoning of your servant. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna just summon a Berserker class servant. Shoot. God dang your wind marks. Wait, what is the exact chant called? Hold on a sec. Blah 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 blah. Oh, come on. Alright. The official thing goes, let silver and steel be the essence. Let stone and the Archduke of Contracts be the foundation. Let the color I pay tribute to. Let rise a wall against the wind that shall fall. Let the 4 cardinal gates close. Okay, this isn't the one that I remember. Ah, Berserker class. There it is. Man, I haven't seen those in a while. Berserker! That was too funny to not do. Like the Insanity Lancelot, that was too fun not to do just now. I'm sorry, I had to do it. It's so funny. I got freaking dots to deal with now. God dang it. Alright. Yeah, I just started the, so there's a new Fate series called Fate Strange Fake that's on Crunchyroll. It's like half started, but like actually it's only just started. What am I saying? And it's literally like, oh yeah, like we're gonna do another Holy Grail War, and I'm like, you serious, my guy? How many is this? Oh, come on. Let's see. I just need too much Fate. We go into it when they're taking too freaking long with episodes. Yeah, it's way too long. Like, I was just like, really? Like, I watched one of these a while back, and you're just coming out with episode 2 now? I'm impressed that it's that slow. Green suddenly showing up here is just weird to me. Well, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna do these. I just want to get these corners out of the way. Yeah, episode 0 was like a year ago. That's why I was like, my friend mentioned episode 1 came out. I'm like, wait, did you watch episode 0? And he's like, there's an episode 0? I'm like, bro, how'd you miss episode 0? Well, we're almost there. All right. Episode... I want a Digimon World 2 through 4 remaster. I'm okay with not that game. It was really hard, game 1. So admittedly, I haven't played every Digimon game in existence. I know, shame on me. But at the same time, I grew up in a household that very much did not like video games. So after my first wave of, like, gaming as a kid, I kind of just stopped. Like, I never got a game system after the PS1. And then I stopped after the Game Boy Advance, and then I stopped after the GameCube. I actually didn't get a Switch until much later. But I also like playing Smash, so... What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? We just chillin'. We just chillin'. Let's see. Totally ain't gonna lie. Child me just ran it over and over without actually doing anything meaningful, John. Yeah. That's just the way it is sometimes as kids, though. The problem I had with Digimon World 1 is that literally you'd raise something and then you'd be like, alright, I'm gonna go fight the boss now. You get to the room before the boss, and then it'd die, and you'd be like, no! Insert Holy Mountain song. Or no. Is it Holy Mountain? I don't remember now. It would be it's System of a Down. There's a part where he goes, "Why have you forsaken me?" Where are we at? Where are we at on this? Okay. Alright, chat, you can't tell me this isn't cool and so worth it to do. You can't tell me. So, alright, we're gonna jump back. Probably another like half hour before I'm done. I appreciate you all, for real. Thanks for joining with me today, or tonight and today. I don't know. Words are hard at this point. Like, for real though, the channel wouldn't be where it's at today without all the support of my viewers and the encouragement from a lot of other content creators who've really pushed me to like keep going with this. Because I think there have been a few times where I just wanted to give up doing this, and at the same time, it definitely means a lot that, you know, what you do also kind of helps others and helps them grow as individuals. And I like to pass that along also to my fellow content creators and help them, you know, find their path as well. It's not hard, or it's not easy, I should say, because sometimes trying to like move from one point to another as a content creator, sometimes you can easily get lost, and sometimes you can find yourself in the worst type of position as well. Risu, we'll see. We'll see. Inevitably, nothing lasts forever. Whether I, you know, continue doing content or, you know, something just stops me from doing it. And in those situations, you know, you can't help but think, you know, what do you want to leave behind? For me specifically, I want to make sure that whoever picks up the mantle and keeps going with, you know, Digimon itself, they have a great support system. They're able to help others and they're able to guide them as well. But the relationships that I've made doing this definitely have been amazing. And thanks for being here, buddy. What is this black dot over here? I think it's part of it. Oops. I figure out what to do with this, because this is going to be a little bit awkward right here. We're down to 2 lines. Barely even, because I've been doing some work on that too. Man, I hope you do, DigiDan. I hope you do. Is this like a rock shrapnel over here? What the heck? I guess they were looking to like provide a little bit of a shadow like coverage for this, I guess. Well, we can elevate this up a little bit more just to give it a little bit of a fluff volume. It's shrinking down. Man, this is sick, but Jesus Christ, I can ever so slightly hear the mouse because I know I'd have carpal tunnel at this point. To be fair, I'm used to this. This is just how I've done things all my life. Do I want to do this like this? I mean, like I said, and someone commented on this earlier, there's probably a much easier way to do this, but I'm so used to using a mouse for like everything that like, it's just second nature for me. Oh God, what is happening here? So the blade's right here. That's the center of the blade right there. And then you're gonna come out over here. You got some other BS right here. Alright. That's gonna be what helps with that. Oh, that also might be why people were just like coming and then leaving. They were like, man, this guy's just clicking. I can't stand his clicks. I'm leaving. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like I said, this content won't be for everybody. But it is, and East makes a really great point when it comes to doing content. Do content that you want to do, not what others want you to do. A lot of the topics that I have are literally like shower thoughts where I'm kind of like, man, why is this a thing in Digimon? Like, what? Why is this? And then I don't know why. So I ask the question, and then I create discussion. Let's see. Oh man, I mean, if it was there, I'd say you got really insane hearing. Let's see. It's when you kind of got to make stuff up for like what's happening on the drawing that's going to really suck. Especially for me. Because I honestly have no idea what's happening over here. It looks like something's broken. I just don't know what. I can't tell what it is. So I'm just making it up as I go. Attempted to use my drawing tablet for something that isn't OSU for once. Let's see. Have you seen the Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy collab card yet? I have not seen it, actually. I'm just... Digimon is about as much as I'll do right now for, like, stuff. I did want to, like, try One Piece when it first came out, but the problem I had with it was its availability was so unavailable that I kind of was just like, no, we're not doing this. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm okay with this bottom area the way it is. Oh man, did I mess this up? I think it's supposed to be like that. Let's see. I just haven't played Magic in a while because I don't like how you have to like rebuy like all your cards every set because it's, you know, a standard rotating format. What is going on over here? And I need to figure out what's going on. I think he's just stabbing it into the ground. Yeah, something. Maybe this is Cranium on Shield. I don't know. And Alphamon's literally like, I am establishing, wow, I can't even speak anymore. Establishing dominance here. To heck with your shield. I'm gonna just... Looks like it, but... Oh, I think that's his kneecap, actually. So he's, like, kneeling? I don't know. Probably? Eh. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oops. We're gonna need like 15. Oh god, Risu, no, why? Why would you ask such a thing? Why would you want Digimon set rotation? Technically, we're already basically there, to be honest, though, because of the fact that literally every set's like, hey, you want to play this deck? Never mind, you can't use any of your old cards with it because we no longer support it. Oh, you have an Agumon deck? Never mind, it's Adventure now. Don't care. You know the next, like, wave of support, they're going to be like, we're going to introduce Adventure 2! And then they're going to come out with new hybrid cards in, like, BT30 Risu, and they're going to be like, oh, you want to play Magna Garurumon? Now all of your cards that can search each other are Frontier trait cards. I'm sorry. We don't look for hybrids anymore. We look for explicitly Frontier. And you know they're going to do this too, because probably they're going to be like, okay, we've come out with Suzanomon twice now, and nobody's ever played Suzanomon. Every time we've come out with Suzanomon, Japan uses it, but America's like, nah, we're going to play Ancient Greymon, Ancient Garurumon instead. You know I'm right. I think that's ultimately what's going to happen. Yeah, right? It's going to be like, look for, oh god, I don't even know what agency Kyoko Kuramai is in. What's the agency called? It'll help power creep for sure. I don't disagree with that. I think the issue is players are already in that finicky state of like, oh, Digimon isn't doing this, oh, and I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. It's not that bad. Have you played other games? Well, yeah, but shut up. It's not that bad. I personally think we're okay. Man, I feel like I'm so far, but so close at the same time. Oh yeah, sleuth. Just call it sleuth. I'm a sleuth. God dang it. Help me. I'm so tired. Yeah, Digi's dope. Yeah, just watch Legacy Port was better. Will be why #1 band. Like, the big thing right now is if you played a Greymon deck, your Greymon deck is slowly moving away from purely Greymon support cards because, like, take the new Agumon stuff that they got going on. It's not going to support really into the old stuff because you're only searching for adventure trait cards. I mean, that's what I'd like to think that they're doing. I don't doubt that that's what they are doing. But like, look at the Biomon card that they just released. It looks for an adventure trait card, but not a Digimon with a bird, avian, whatever. Which means you've already like kneecapped birds and avians if you wanted to use that Biomon. Was there an inheritable for it? Let's look. Oh, we got the Birdramon reveal too. Okay. Yeah, so it gets plus 2000 DP. Okay, so the new Birdramon says if your tamers to the adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the advent. Oh, I should just do this. What am I doing? All right. So you've got good old Biomon here that says, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with the adventure trait, and 1 such tamer or option card among them to the hand, and you return the rest to the bottom. So basically you're saying, I don't care about birds or avians or giant, whatever. You get the point. But now if you go to the new Birdramon, it's like on play when Digivolving. If your tamers with the adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. So again, it's one of those, you can climb up into a level 5 for free, but it's locked to specifically adventure trait. So we're basically abandoning all older cards again, is my issue. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. This is it. This is the last of it all. And they need to have the adventure trait for it to work. So it's one of those like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work, but whatever. To each their own. I still thought, I personally also did think Crossheart was weird when it first came out, but like, wait, Dragonoid? We're just talking about the new adventure cards that they just revealed. So we got a new Birdramon that basically says if you've got 3 or more color tamers, blah 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 blah. If it, yeah, that's how much I care about it right now. It's really hard for me to care about the new starter deck stuff right now because I'm still also kind of like, this is our 3rd War Greymon starter deck basically, and War Greymon was peak probably in BT 12. But with the introduction of Blastage Evolution, I feel like you've now basically kicked War Greymon to the curb. Man, I don't like this section, but we're just gonna deal. Like, I know it comes out here, but I don't know why. Wait. Eh, whatever. Let's see. Now, a new era of Greymon cards arises. Hey, seeing you cleaning the cards being very satisfying and calming, will you do a tutorial on how to clean them, Agatha? I don't really have a tutorial, to be honest. I briefly talked about what I kind of do for it, just because it's something that I've done for a while now. And I really don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's just something that I just, you know... I don't know how to quite describe it, but basically, like, I'm using the smudging brush in my photo editing software because I'm basically taking surrounding pixels to basically align them with every other color in the same shot. You'll notice that if I have like black here, if I draw a line for it, I'm basically using it to outline something if I need to, which I don't really know what this is right here, but I saw it was kind of there, so I was just like, I'm just going to connect it all. And then you'll see me go down and then back up. It's basically trying to like meld as much as possible, so like the pixels all kind of just smoothly transition from one color to the next without any like sharp like blocks to it. So the smudge brush is basically blurring a lot of areas. It's not perfect, but it does what I want it to do because it makes it look like, you know, everything's part of the entire picture. You'll notice that I have a bunch of lines here. It's fine though, because ultimately what happens is when I'm going to like zoom back out, you probably won't see it, especially after I re-shrink everything and then make it back to like its own original like resolution. Because I basically took an existing resolution picture and then I blew it up significantly. I don't know if that gives the general gist of the explanation, though. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I'm in the stream trying to, you know, just chill and... Which tragically might have been a decent choice. The big thing about War Greymon now is that it just can't really compete with any of the decks because it has to attack to do stuff. And that's its biggest weakness right now, because if War Greymon has to attack, people just blast Digivolve and that's it. Alright, let's see how this looks. That should be it. What do you think? How does that look? My fellow viewers, 17 viewers, some of you are way up late. It's crazy to me, but this is what I got. This is what I did. This is the Agatha, thank you. I mean, that was basically what I wanted to hear. What tool or program you use and which movement is better to achieve the effect desired. So yeah, that is it for today's stream, because I don't really want to do this next part here. It's just so like, yeah. I mean, in essence, what you can do now, if you really wanted to, is you can then basically create a new file. This is normally where I go to like a general work overview and I just make it a ginormous workspace area. And then what I like to do sometimes is, if I'm really feeling like it, I'm gonna save this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and then just copy this. We bring it over to our new workstation area. And oops, not what I want to do. I meant to do save as a new, or paste as a new layer. paste, new layer. Okay, so now that I'm on this layer here, the other fun things you can do now is you can be like, okay, this is a really high resolution image. So then you're like, okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna start doing even more stupid things. I'm going to come in and be like, okay, so now what you can do is you can then start extending it using that same smudge brush to like bring it out. This is if you want to keep building onto it. Now what I've done is I've taken surrounding pixels and I've already basically built it up as much as I can. But with this technique that I started doing basically a while back, I can now basically build additional parts of the image outward. So then you have a more complete image. Is it perfect? Not by any means. But this is something that I did as a way to be like, okay, if I wanted to extend the image out, and you're going to be like, okay, but what do you do about these like fuzzy areas? We'll get to that in a moment. I usually will build out a little bit extra. Like so. By building out extra, you can then use another tool. I like to use this one. And this is where you're going to be like, DIGI-PANDA, you're freaking crazy. So, if I were to use this for a background, I will typically use the lasso tool here, and I'm going to basically start cutting out what I don't want. So then I'm like, okay, normally I would be like, let's go, and this is where if you have a stylus, it's really helpful. For me, and then I just do that. And that's how I'm cutting away the images and giving them a crisp line if I can. You'll notice that I've missed here, but I missed on a little bit of purpose so that I can just come back in from this side, draw in, come back out, bam. And that's how I get those crisp smoothness if I'm going to like say, okay, I'm going to use this now for a... Now again, this isn't like the perfect technique to do this by any means. Thanks, Kiri, for joining. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Yeah, that's how I got that crisp knee that you see in the original thumbnail that I made. So if I wanted to, I could, you know, literally cut out all the stuff here and then literally just have like the lightning effect and then, you know, Alphamon without his wings here in the back, but you'd have basically this awesome shot. That's basically where I got all that from. So, that's all I got. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I'm not gonna actually save that. But this will be where we'll end the stream. I want to thank everyone again for joining me. It's been a long night. I'm gonna grab some sleep and then hopefully wife is okay. So until then, thank you all for this. Thank you all for joining, and I will catch you all on the next upload or stream. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.